This interview on September 19th, 2013 is part of an oral history of the West Chicago Public Library District Project. My name is Crystal Quasman, and I am a member of the Committee for the History of the West Chicago Public Library District. I will interview Ken Richart, a resident of West Chicago. Ken, how long have you lived in West Chicago?
94 years.
94 years.
And about 8 months.
And 8 months. So you were born and raised here?
Yes.
Can you tell me the first location that you visited the West Chicago Library?
Well, I was on the city council when we were collecting, I think it was 2 mills on our tax bill to have a library. And at that time we had Luella Fairbanks was the librarian. She was at the top of the steps in just a little small space with some shelving and donated books. She probably had 200 or 300 books, and that's what started the library as far as I know.
And that location was at 132 Main Street. That was City Hall, which was from 1929 to 1935. Is that correct?
That would be right.
Oh, that's amazing. And from that location, you know the librarian. Tell me anything else about the library that you remember. You were a councilman for years.
8 years.
8 years, and supported the library quite well. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, from the city hall, because the book collection was getting so big, all I can remember, they went across the street in, I think it was Cooney Withbrook's garage, and I don't know how long they were there, but we were getting more income and accumulating money just for the library, and so we had that library on Washington Street, East Washington Street, built, and Crystal knows the dates.
Yes, so you were at the groundbreaking, you told me earlier, of 332 East Washington, which was there from 1954 to 1992. And you were a councilman then? Is that correct?
Well, in there somewhere.
That is amazing. Tell me, do you remember any person that worked at the 332 East Washington location?
I sure do. Kay Virgie Sauer. She married Milt Sauer, who had been on the city treasurer, I guess, after Wayne Fox gave it up. And she'd been a librarian. I'm trying to think who else helped her out. But Kay was the first one that I can remember that was truly the librarian in charge. And we had the dedication of the building when it was completed. We had Senator Lottie Holman O'Neill as state senator was our guest speaker. So the VFW run a drive, and they raised money for the cardexes that they had in that building. I don't know if they still have them. It's probably outmoded with computers and that now.
Sure. But
we dedicated those cardexes to Dr. Bruce Hollister and Dr. Paul Isherwood. Their plaques were inscribed on the side of those cardexes at the library.
Lovely.
Oh, another thing, they needed a flagpole. So the VFW supplied the pole and the flag, and Earl Newman lived a block or so just east of the library. He went and put that flag up in the morning and took it down at night.
Every day?
Every day.
That's marvelous.
Yeah,
That's
never failed. So that was it until the new library. And at the new library on West Washington, Earl and I were kind of representative of the Legion and Veterans of Foreign Wars, and he was to get the flag up and it is in closed box. It's still there on the pole, but he couldn't get the clip on. So I went over there to help him, and the two of us, I have a picture that they had in the paper, and they could just tell I was swearing. It was cold and windy.
Right.
Oh.
Well, Ken, this has been most interesting, and I thank you so very much for taking your time and welcoming you and me into your beautiful home, and the interest of the history that you have shared with us is amazing, and I thank you so very, very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.